So I am unsure who needs to hear this right now, but imagine a life where you just knew that you were being guided by something greater. Imagine a life that you had no doubt in your body that whatever you were currently doing right now in this moment, that you were being guided by something greater. And so in today's video, you will learn and I will explain to you guys on different little signs to let you know if you are currently on the right path. But before I even get into this video, I just want to just share with you guys that there's a lot of different ways to know if you are on the right path. My way is just from my own personal experience and things that I've accumulated over time. And so just throw this out here. Mine might not always resonate, but just take whatever resonates and just throw it away. And so what inspired me to share this video with you guys is that I was just kind of looking through the list of ideas of things that I just wanted to share with you guys. And I know that with my own personal path and spiritual journey and personal growth, there was just so many moments in my life where I just knew that I was being guided by something greater. And I just want to share with you guys a quick story of certain things in my life where I just knew that my higher self, a higher power, was stepping into my life and intervening on my behalf. And so we have to go back in 2022, where I was about to go to my own first Dr. Joe Dispenza event. And if you guys don't know who Dr. Joe Dispenza is, he's a neuroscientist, a researcher in neuroscience, epigenetics, quantum physics, Newtonian physics, electromagnetic fields, all these great science words, which are really cool. But all you really need to know is that this guy's a hothead for personal transformation and change. And so back in 2022, I was doing his work prior before that, and I was just doing it on my own, just doing the meditation work that he teaches. And I just remember 2022 was the year that I wanted to go to my first Dr. Joe event. And I was looking at all the different events, which one I wanted to go to. And I seen that there was some in Cancun, Marco Island, San Diego, Florida, and Texas. And I just realized that I wanted to go to the one in Texas. It just was a lot closer to where I was currently living. And it was just like only 30 minutes away. So I was just like, okay, that's where I want to go. That's where I want to go. Just experience my first event. And when I made that decision that was the original plan that I was going for, something had intervened into my life. And by the way, this was in the beginning of 2022, so January. And I was just looking at all the events that were just coming out. And I was just thinking to myself, like, I'm just gonna work, do things 3D, just save up a lot of money and just go to that event in December, whenever the registration opens. And I just remember that the first sign to know that I was on the right path was seeing synchronicities. I wasn't seeing synchronicities go to the one in Dallas. I was seeing synchronicities to go to the one in San Diego. San Diego was a possibility that I didn't even think of even going to, because it was just like, I didn't feel called to go. But when the divine intervenes into your life, you will know. You will know because you will see synchronicities. And I remember when I first started synchronicities, it was very small. It was just through books, through videos that I would watch, and they would mention San Diego. I realized in my mind, I was like, it was eyeing on me. Like I was just paying attention to it very keenly. Like, I don't know why, but it always captured my name whenever I just see the word San Diego. And I thought I didn't think too much about it. I was like, oh, another cool synchronicity, just little signs like that. And until it started getting bigger, until like my own family members started mentioning San Diego, or working and I just see a lady that has a shirt that just says San Diego. And then seeing so many different signs that is just pointing to go to San Diego. And I just knew without a doubt that there was something for me to experience in San Diego. And I had no idea, because I had no intentions in going. My original plan was to go to Dallas for my first Dr. Joe Dispenza event. That was my only plan. And so when the signs were getting bigger and it was getting clearer on a moment-to-moment basis, it was just so clear to me that there was something for me to go experience, and I just did not know what it was. And so taking the time to really even ask the question, ponder on the idea, like what is San Diego calling out to me for? Just even pondering the idea and just putting away Dallas. And at the time, I just didn't have any money. I just didn't have any resourcefulness to even make it over there. But the idea of just wanting to buy my own and manifest my own apartment over there was like a huge just curiosity. And I just didn't know why I was being called to San Diego. All I just really knew was that there was something there that was guiding me to discover. And I knew that at the time I wanted to go to my first Dr. Joe event. And I didn't know at the time that like it was gonna be San Diego. But eventually I ended up just trusting in myself and trusting in the synchronicity that was guiding me to San Diego. And there were just so many situations in my life to allow me to realize that this was the right path I needed to take. And so you're probably wondering, like, Andrew, why am I telling you this story? Like, why am I telling you that, you know, following these small breadcrumbs from the universe, that this is in alignment with my path? But the thing is that I wanted to go to my Dr. Joe event. That was my intention. I wanted to experience my first Dr. Joe event. But I wasn't being very specific enough. Like, yes, I was being specific enough that I wanted to go to the one in Dallas because it was comfortable. I didn't take a lot of risk. It was just like, oh, like it's 30 minutes away from where I was currently living. So that was like the original choice, the most common choice for the, you know, the most common people, because it just makes a lot of sense. And if you're watching this, I'm not saying that you're common or anything. I'm just saying that, like, just from my own personal experiences, it was just more of a ordinary and common choice from my own perspective. But with what I was going with my life, I wanted to do things uncommon. I wanted to experience the extraordinary life. And I wanted to tell a great story, and I wanted to add value in some way. And so the reason why I'm sharing this with you guys is because it's those small synchronicities that you will experience to let you know if that you were on the right path. It's those small synchronicities. It's those small synchronicities and those small curiosities that leave you in an open-minded state or open-minded heart. That's how you will know if you are on the right path, when you start to notice the synchronicities. And if you are not knowing the synchronicities, then there's going to be a little urges of the unknown to question, to help you question on what's really out there. You know, I don't know if you guys know anything about the Polynesian culture or the Hawaiian culture, but these guys came from the mainlands, and their curiosity to know what's beyond the ocean, if there were something more beyond the ocean. And it was that sense of urge or that sense of curiosity to propel them to want to know, to discover if there's something else out there. And they were voyagers. They were people that were wayfinders. And, you know, the synchronicities were, you know, aligning themselves with the stars and the winds and being guided by the stars and the seagulls. Like if they saw seagulls or you know, it just means that there was land close by. And yes, there were probably challenges, but they trusted. They trusted in the unknown. They trusted life. They trusted in the guidance of life. They didn't use compasses or any advanced technology. They were attuned with nature. They were attuned to the synchronicities, the shooting stars, the North Stars, the alignment with the stars, the oceans, the moon currents, or the moon, the wind currents. They were just so attuned to experiencing the unknown and the synchronicities, and they trusted. And if they didn't take that leap of faith, they would have never got to meet the islands that were there waiting for them to experience the islands, to experience it. And just from then on, they built the courage and the discipline and the devotion that there is more out there, and that they started migrating on these little different islands. And so when you start seeing synchronicities in your life, and it's guiding you and it's leading you into the unknown, you are on the right path, and it makes you feel uncomfortable. But if you know if it's in alignment with where you want to go, and the outcome is like to go to a specific event or to move somewhere or to do a specific thing, you will get experiences or synchronicities that's gonna line you up to have that opportunity, for you to go experience it, to go experience that outcome, to experience that new life. Be the wayfinders, be those voyagers, be those explorers. Like the Polynesian or the Hawaiian culture, they went out there. They went out there and they trusted the synchronicities and the curiosity and the natural drive to want to know if there's something more out there. And I think there's a really good book that I highly recommend. It's called the Kontiki Expedition. I'll have it on here somewhere. And it's just a book about these guys from the 1952s, and they were curious. They were curious on. They were curious. There's these group of scientists that were curious to know that South America were people that migrated on. I forgot this book, but it's such a good book. I wish I could explain it to you guys, but I'm just gonna gibber it and stuff like that, or gibber it in some way. But I just highly recommend it. But it's this group of people that wanted to test themselves, and they used the exact same wood from South Africa to float to different islands, because there were certain things that they discovered on islands that were found on South Africa, and there were certain plants that were already planted there, and they were just thinking to myself, like, there's a correlation between the two. And so these group of scientists ended up building a raft that was like the same that they used back in 2,000, 3,000 years ago, and they kind of set off on this voyage to go experience. They used the exact same thing to just go, and they experienced a lot of trials and expedition. They ran out of food, but there were just little moments where the universe kind of supported them, and flying fishes would just naturally just come on board. And that's just like the universe way of saying, like, hey, here's a breadcrumb, keep going, keep showing up. I'm gonna give you guys food, I'm gonna take care of you guys. And there was like a lot of adversities. But that was just them trusting in the unknown. That was just them trusting that they were being guided on the right path, that they were being guided. And so follow those synchronicities, follow the things that just feel in alignment. And I know that this video is kind of going all over the place, but I'm pretty sure it's leading somewhere. And I'm just kind of flowing with it as it wants to come out. But follow those synchronicities. There's those little nudges that you will get intuitively to let you know that something about this stands out. There's just something that just stands out to you. You don't know, it doesn't make any logical sense, but it just makes an intuitive sense. Like, feel into it and then make the logical step and see where it's gonna take you. And so, yeah, I just remember at the time, like, that was what was driving me, the curiosity and the synchronicities, and just having everything aligned, like having the money just come out of nowhere, and just having the opportunity to just kind of just step out into the unknown. And that's how you will know you're on the right path, when you see the synchronicities and you'll get those nudges and that curiosity. And another element to it, like along my path later on, is that I would get goosebumps. I would have a vision of something and I would just get inspired by that vision. I would get goosebumps just by thinking or just imagining that possibility of me demonstrating something or demonstrating a quality that feels more powerful, more exuberant. And I could feel it in my body that I know that this is the path, that whatever this vision is inspiring me, I know that this is the right thing to do. I just know that it's in a divine alignment. That's how I know I'm on the path. And if I read communication or I learn different things, that I will know that this is the right thing. You will just know. And so, if you found this video, you are on the right path. You are on the right path. This is your sign you are on the right path. You are becoming voyagers. You are becoming missionaries, or you guys are becoming wayfinders. And so just be like the Polynesian culture. Allow the winds, the moon, the stars to guide your life. Let the shooting star guide you. Allow the synchronicities to just kind of come about and inspire you, to let you know that you are on the right path. And of course it's going to be challenging. Of course you're going to have a lot of uncertainty, but it's like, What would you rather experience? The risk of just trying something new and something different, or the regret of not trying something and staying the same? You have those two choices. And so, know what you signed up for, know why you're doing what you're doing. Get so clear on your vision, and everything is gonna line up. That's gonna help you gain access towards whatever vision that you're trying to achieve, whether you're trying to become a public speaker, an artist, or whatever. But make that important. And right now, I might not have the energy to share my full enthusiasm with you guys, but this was important enough for me to show up. I just got back from a long drive. I'll post a video here, but I just got back last night, 3 a.m. And we were traveling from Kansas all the way to Houston. And it was a long drive. I was the only one driving, and I was taking care of a lot of people, and I had a lot of people I had to take care of. And so I just wanted to show you guys that no matter how tired you are, no matter what you're feeling, just keep showing up. Keep showing up. Even if you're tired, even if you're exhausted. And of course, there's moments that you should rest. Use your discernment, obviously, but do your best to show up. Just do your best to show up. And yeah, I don't know how this video is gonna go or what the number of views or whatever. That's not really important to me, but what's really important is how I deliver this message to you guys and to share with you guys on how to know if you're on the right path. And there's just so many different ways that can come about it. You know, you can come about it by hearing music or something that will just remind you that you're on the right path, or you'll see synchronicities that will just align with where you're going. You will experience books or people, or you will have confirmations, or you will have an intuitive nudge, or you'll have this knowing. There will just be this miraculous energy that just kind of intervenes in your life, that you will just know that, oh my gosh, like this is exactly where I need to be. You will have a sign, a divine sign to let you know that you are on the right path. And so if you found this video, this could be your sign that you are on the right path. Just you finding this video and you just tuning into this daily reminder. And one of the daily reminders that I want to share with you is that just because, let's just say, you forgot about your vision, doesn't mean your vision forgot about you. Your vision will pursue you. It will guide you. It will lead you. It will find any reason or find any way to get your attention. And so let this be your sign that you are on the right path. And I hope that just you experiencing this video and the message and whatever resonates, I hope it inspires you to just keep showing up. And that one book, The Kentucky Expedition, and I highly recommend reading it. It's an old book that I read back in, 2022? So it's a while back, but that's like the first book that just kind of shot out here. And so go for it, guys. You never know what you'll find by just gathering new knowledge and information, and how you could trust yourself even more and just step out into the unknown. And all these are great stories. So I hope I did my part on explaining my best, and I hope that you get to show up, and I hope I inspired you and empowered you to show up. Even if I'm not in that energetic state, I care enough to just show up, even if it's, not at my best. You guys matter to me, and this community matters to me, and so take what resonates and leave what doesn't, and just know that you guys are on the right path, and that you guys are being guided by something higher and guided by something more profound and more brilliant and more benevolent, more divine than ever before. And so this is your sign to don't give up on you. Keep showing up for you. And that's it.